Good morning, folks. Welcome to another Saturday edited video highlighting some of my favorite spots along the CSX Henderson subdivision and other locations. Today we're railfanning between the south end of Ranken, Kentucky and Henderson, Kentucky. We're currently at the riverfront here in Henderson where the trains come across the Ohio River from Evansville, Indiana. We're waiting on CSX M647, which just left Howell Yard and should be here momentarily. We're at the south side of the Henderson Bridge over the Ohio River, shooting just below the overpass from the sidewalk down here. This is looking north, or I'm sorry, this is looking south into downtown Henderson. I'm going to swing around here and give you a shot of the bridge. And here's the bridge. Swing around, you can see you get a little bit wider shot of the bridge. As I said earlier, this week's video will cover between here at the south end of the bridge in Henderson, Kentucky, and the south end of Rankin, Kentucky, which is just south of Henderson. It's a long siding there where the trains meet. And of course, I'll also include several other locations here in the Henderson area that I like. And I might even pull a video or two from the archives to show you a couple of spots that I like that unfortunately don't get a lot of trains these days, but they do still get trains occasionally. One being the Texas line, which runs between here at Henderson and Louisville, Kentucky. Unfortunately, these days, it only sees one or two trains a day, so it's kind of hard to catch something. Well, anyway, folks, there you go. CSX M647, southbound over the Ohio River at Henderson, Kentucky. All right, folks, here comes M217 auto rack train. heading south onto the where it will connect to the Texas line here at Henderson, Kentucky. This train runs once a day, and I think the only other train currently running on the Texas line is a local. Off in the distance back down there, you can see the hump from the bridges where they came over the river. Like it got a little bit of snow from up north. Tracks off to the right continue on down the Henderson subdivision, whereas the tracks he's taking go on to the Texas line, which goes to Louisville, Kentucky. I haven't photographed the Texas line an awful lot. In fact, I think I've only chased on it twice because it just doesn't have enough trains. One of these days I'm going to catch a train here and just chase it all the way to Louisville, but today's not the day. Since we're headed south on the Henderson subdivision. Texas line does have quite a few interesting spots on it, though. Another good place that I like to shoot from is here on this overpass. Good for northbounds. This is looking south, and there's no sidewalks on that side of the overpass. There is on this side, but you also have a fence, which you can defeat by getting into between the openings on the fence with your video camera, or getting up real close if you're shooting with a long lens. You know, if you're shooting with a long lens through a chain link fence and you get right up on it and you're focused off in the distance, and typically that fence is going to completely disappear from your picture. Take a run around the depot here. I can't remember who the company was that bought the depot, but they're currently, looks like they're under renovations where they're renovating it, which is a good thing. As I said earlier, this is the old L&N depot here in Henderson, Kentucky. And this is a CSX M217, an auto rack train, coming off the Henderson subdivision and going on to the Texas line. This line got its name from back in the day, whenever the grandiose plans was that it would continue on down to Texas, but of course it never happened. It terminates now at Louisville. Looking off to the south here now. We'll swing around here and see if I can't show you the bridge down at the river. There's the bridge down at the river where trains come across the Ohio River at Henderson here. From the looks of things, this is an empty train headed to Louisville to pick up more cars and trucks. Signals down there is a nice spot to shoot at too. And there's roads that go up next to the track that's public access. That's a maintenance away yard office. Pretty good sized train today. I don't know what they normally run, but it's a pretty long auto rack train. All right, here comes the end of our train. M217 taking the Texas line at Henderson, Kentucky, down by the old depot here, the L&N depot. Hope you enjoyed this clip, and we got more coming up here in just a second. Here we are, folks, looking south at the Washington Street crossing. We've got CSX I-128 approaching, heading north on the Henderson subdivision. There's several crossings through here that make shooting trains pretty simple and easy. 3285 is leading this train. I-128 is one of 4 hot intermodals that run up and down the Henderson subdivision. Back down the way, you can see the top of the old Henderson depot, which is also in this video, where we could catch M217 taking the Texas line. The Henderson subdivision is a north-south railroad, so it can be tricky sometimes to get the best lighting. For me, I typically go for what I think is the best shot and don't worry about the lighting, because I want the best composition on my videos and photos. There's actually 3 crossings in this stretch of track. Each one offers just a little bit different view. folks. Here comes the tail end of our train. CSX I-128 northbound on the CSX Henderson subdivision from the Washington Street crossing in Henderson, Kentucky. All right, folks. Now we're at the Madison Street crossing, just south of downtown Henderson, Kentucky. We've got a late CSX I-025 heading south on the Henderson subdivision. This train's running about 3-4 hours late today. It normally is through here around 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's now after 2. I like this spot because of the curve just down to the left there, as you can see from the drone. It's a nice spot, a nice shot, especially for a long lens. There's a crossing here, so it's a safe area to park and shoot from. And here comes our train. CSX I-025 southbound on the Henderson subdivision. He's running with auto racks today on the head end. These auto racks each have Teslas in them. They come from California and are bound for southern Florida, where I'm told they go to overseas markets. See the crossing. Back around to the south here. Where you can see our train coming from downtown Henderson. Today's train is about 13,200 feet long. It has no DPU today. It's all head-end power. There you go, folks. Tail end of CSX IO-25. Southbound on the Henderson subdivision. All right, folks, now we're at the north end of Ranken, and we got E904 heading northbound on the Henderson subdivision. $5.82 for DPU. There you go. CSX E904. Northbound on the CSX Henderson subdivision. Now we're at the south end of Ranken. We've got a B210 heading south out of Evansville, Indiana, in Henderson, Kentucky, with Canadian National Power leading the way. I like this spot for videos and also for flying the drone, and it's a nice long lens shot as well. I put a text caption that gives a location for this spot. There's a road crossing right here where I'm at. It's called Anderson Frog Road or something like that. Our view looking south. There you go, folks. CSX B210 with CN 3280 leading southbound from Ranken on the CSX Henderson subdivision. I appreciate everybody joining me today for this Saturday edited video on the Henderson subdivision, Railfanning between Ranken and Henderson, Kentucky. If you happen to be outside, if you happen to be out trackside, as always, stay safe and have a blessed day, everyone.